Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. So we're going to take a look at Bstep, Bstep 2, Bstep sequencer 2. Now this is quite a complex program here, a complex app. It's a MIDI sequencer, so it doesn't generate sound on its own. It plays MIDI from other apps or devices over Wi-Fi, whatever. It does loads. But I'm going to basically just go and from the very beginning, not using any of the pre-installed sequences, of which there are a few, and just basically give you an idea of how this kind of all works, sort of. Okay, so but it's quite complex. So first thing to do is, I've already done this, but you hit this little bin icon here, and it will just reset your project to blank. Now I've got this MIDI'd up to iElectric from IK Multimedia and it's on a Rhodes sound because it's good. That particular sound in that particular app is good for what I want to do here. So first of all, you have these these 4 lanes here, sort of thing, which you can insert your MIDI notes into, and you have stacks and stacks of different control. But first of all, I'm just going to switch on all these first 4 notes and hit play, and there's our Rhodes playing in the background there. Now here you will see it says bar chord here, so I'm going to just set that down to 1 there, and it'll be the same. Right, and then I'm going to go here where it says chord set. I'm going to hit this little enter, this little righty button thing here, and you'll see that you can highlight up to 6 chords. Okay, so, and you can set them manually here, or you can add in. It also does scales as well, but I'm going to stick with chords for now. We don't want to be here forever, but this will give you a good idea. So for instance, if I just want that to be a C, let's just play, and I want it to be a C. I hit C there, and it changes the whole chord to C, and it'll do minors. There's D minor, A minor, so I'll leave it on A minor. So there's that. So we can have one note playing, and we can trigger different ways. Now starts to start nice, yeah? But the note lengths are too long on some of them, so you have this step duration here. So if I decrease the step duration here down to, say, 16th and an 8th on some of them, and there, and drop that right back down to 1 at the really low resolution there, so it'll be really like a quick click. That's how you alter your step duration for each note hit, you know. But the other cool thing about this app is it has a drag function. So say for instance I wanted all of my notes to be of this very high resolution, which is 1/24th here. If I hold, you will see that this appears, and you just drag along like that, and then every single one will be. Let's have the first one a chord. So there you go. So there's the first one. So say for instance now I want to copy this sequence over to a new sequence here. We have up to 16 sequences that we can play. We just hold this here, and then we just drop it over to the next one there. And that little indicates that that will be the next sequence to play. But I'm going to select bar solo there, and that will hold this sequence now. Okay, and then I'm going to set up a new chord. So here, where it says bar chord, I'm going to select number 2. Okay, so number 2 there, and I'm going to chord edit again, and I'm going to select chord number 2 in the thing, and I'm going to have that just play a G major. Okay, so if we play that now, let's see if that worked. I'm hoping it did. Right. So now we've got that second one playing G major. So what I'm going to do is deselect bar solo there, and I'm just going to let the sequence play. So select it there, sorry. I'm just going to let the sequence play between those two chords. So there you go. So that's fairly straightforward there. You can understand that. So okay, well, say for instance, okay, at this point now I'm thinking, well, maybe I want my my chords to my first bar to play maybe more than one bar. So we have this bar repeat here. As we hold this, we can, sorry, I'll be quicker than that. I'll have that repeat 2 times, and I'll have this one just stay on the once. So now you can see it says 2, so that's going to play 2, and then that's going to play next. So let's just see what that sounds like now. So theoretically now we'll get this to play 2 times, and then it'll jump over. Yeah, sorry, I should have said because I have the option bar repeat there. Sorry, I have the option from 0, which is just 1. So I just wanted to repeat once. So I'm playing the original and repeating it once. Sorry, that could be a little bit confusing. So let's try that again, and then over, and then back, and so on and so forth. So you can build up exactly how you want this to play, how exactly how you can set your chords. Now, for instance, let's just stay on that a second. Let's solo that bar and have look at a couple of things that we can do to the sequence. So we play the sequence now, and it'll just carry on repeating because I've soloed the bar. So you can see here that we have global. This is like your sections here, like global kind of thing. So you'll get the idea when I start to adjust it. Okay, and the octaves as well. Global for that lane. So it might be nice to add some bass in there. So now these little stars here will add different sections to your depending on how complex you want this to be. Of course, we have a shuffle, we have snapshots, we have all sorts of stuff, but really, I haven't got the time to go into all of it now. As it is, it's going to take a while. So anyway, the second section here, you can have step probability. Okay, so with the probability factors of any or all of the steps, how they will play, you can mute a particular step for a track. So and then you have start position, restart position, force possibility, and you can skip a step. Okay, so there's that there. Something you need to play around with. You can choose to reverse. So if we like, that'll just play in reverse. And now we have steps here, so we can move it forward in steps and backwards in steps. And then sequence, I'm not sure what this one does because I haven't played around with it yet. And bar solo again. And then R1, this is quite cool. So if we've got like this playing now, you've got step repeats now. Okay, so let's play this. So you can see how much control you have over there. And then you have repeat intervals off, and repeat durations, and then skip again. So down here now, we come to which is this one now. That was a written. That one. I want to do the step velocity, right? So the last thing I'm going to go through now is step velocity. So for that, I'm going to create a new. I'm going to go and step over here now and create a new blank sequence here. So because this is quite nice. So I'm going to make sure that that's soloed completely, and I'm just going to add some notes in. Now, it sounds quite messy, doesn't it, because it's going quite quick, and especially if we start to bash up the BPM there, it's going to start to sound really, really messy. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is start to play with the step velocity, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to use the Rhodes piano sound for this, because it's absolutely brilliant for hearing differences in velocity pressure as you hit the keys. So let's go. Let's see what we've got here. Step duration, I think we shall do different variations than that as well, just to get an interesting blend of what's going on. And it'd be nice for here with the velocities as well. So nothing drastic there. So here we go. And then what I'll do is just play, and I'll alter the velocities, and you'll get the idea. So I think that would be nice there. If we hit that there, if that played then, so we could have this bar repeat for, say, that'd be once. So we'll have it repeat there and see how that sounds. And that's going to sound quite nice, you know. And then if we just jump over here and just set something really basic, just to end it kind of thing. I don't know how that's going to sound, but, you know, might sound okay-ish. Right, so... So where we got going now is I'm going to also do some velocity alterations on the chordy ones, because they're going to sound quite nice. And I like that Rhodes soft kind of tine sound, you know. And let's just have a look at this one as well. Do some changes for velocity on that. In fact, remember, I'll just go over it again here. So if we just hold that there, we can change the velocity for all of them exactly the same. For that second bar, it's going to be kind of thing. So this one we'll just have play loads, because we'll end it there. So here we go. So take off our solo, our mutes, and go start at our first bar. And let's just excuse me. Let's just see how that sounds. So guys, there's a basic overview of the kind of stuff you can achieve with Bstep Sequencer 2. I'm trying to persuade Colin to do one which is better with the Wi-Fi MIDI and stuff like that, you know, so you get another idea of how this thing works. I think it's incredible if you spend some time with it and really decide to dig in and check out what it can do. Of course, you can sequence any of your core MIDI apps, but it does give loads and loads of different things. Let's have a quick blast through some of the options. This is where you can load presets in, so load a couple of progression presets in here. So if I just hit that and then open, it will load in different So you get the idea there. You can load in different presets here. This is where you can save your project and get things going there. So we'll say I don't know. Let's say no, I've done that one, haven't I? So we'll cancel that and we'll load something I did. Some strange, to call it strange jazz. I don't know why, but see how that sounds. So there you go. And then you have the bin, like I said, bin's good start, takes you completely back to the beginning again. Now with the settings, you can set your drag sensitivity and stuff like that there. And then we have our start of our monster MIDI control section. Now this thing is, you can see MIDI lane, launchpad 1, launchpad 2, MIDI out for sequences 2, 3 and 4. So that's cool. You can send it to different instruments and stuff like that. So there's that kind of thing. I'm not the greatest MIDI expert in the world. And then this one here is MIDI lane. So you can MIDI lane again. Okay, so a lot of different stuff here. Not sure what that is. Oh, this rubber, it's like a rubber tool, drag and drop tool. So it's drag the rubber to an element on the user interface and drop it to reset this element to the factory default. So there you go. And then you have an about, and then this is like your, let's close that a sec. These are different you can save snapshots, and this will tell you what in the snapshot you can save and different options that you have there. So there you go, guys. There's Bstep Sequencer 2 and all the different crazy cool stuff you can do with it as well. All right, guys, hope you liked it. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel, visit thesoundtestroom.com, be kind, donate something, or join our Patreon program, please. It's only $1, just $1 a month, and it helps us. It really does help us keep the site going and everything, you know, and all the rest of it. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you later.